Okay, another episode of Pale Pink Ink, and I think I'm going to turn it in after this. I was reading previously from my list of ridiculous teenagers from the ships that I want to remember, and it's probably not funny to anyone else but me, but I'm going to keep reading them. Um, uh, Talia, and Natalia. These kids all hung out together and they all had like virtually identical names. It was terrible. Uh, Scott, who never goes anywhere without an emergency Xbox controller. I forgot about him. He always had an Xbox controller with him. He brought it from home. Um, that idiot child who always asked stupid questions and couldn't find water to wash his hands. Did you try the tap? No. So stupid it made me angry. He couldn't find water in the bathroom, but he didn't think to use the sink. He was so dumb. Isaac, who called himself iSmack, who clearly had undeclared disabilities and called the yellow kickball his jelly and wore his mother's lipstick. He wanted attention a lot. He would call the ball his jelly. Hamish, who let me pop his zits. Jake, who pranked me by faking a seizure and would always steal the doorbell. This little fucker pretended to have a seizure and scared the living daylights out of us. Oh my God, it was such a problem. Seth and Logan, who thought I was so cool and would be super eager to get me iced chocolates. Seth's parents gave us each $15. Connor, who was delusional about wealth and was going to call air support to be helicoptered out, seemed like he was going to hit Mark, liked little girls, and had already gotten in trouble for it. That was a sad situation. But yeah, he was like not there. He really thought that he came from a family of billionaires and that like if he called, a helicopter would come airlift him from the ship. Matthew with the weird mohawk mullet who played guitar and if you painted him green would look just like Roger Klotz. There's a girl named Spirit Love whose mother's name is Angel Love. Brody came back again and would hang out with Jacob Taylor, the one and only. He would call his friend, "This is Jacob Taylor, the one and only." Brody was ridiculous, and I cite him in one of the jokes that I tell. He came on a cruise toward the beginning of my contract and then again toward the end, and he told me at the end of his first cruise that he was coming back, and he said that by the time he gets back he hopes I have a boyfriend. Talia, Sienna, and Alyssa. Sienna fucked up her hearing aids, and Alyssa's dad was insane about boys. She took pictures with hula boys, and all hell broke loose. That was a bad situation. Kid during Two Truths and a Lie who truthfully told us that at 4 years old he stole a van and burned down a vacation home by accident. Teenagers are so funny. I love it. Kid who, when Debbie said minors can't drink on the cruise, asked if he could have lemonade. Youth security came and like gave them a talk about the rules, and he didn't realize that she was referring to alcohol. Nice fraternal twins who own hotel suite instead of a house. Adorable half Filipino Emily who'd light up when she saw me and noticed I sometimes laugh silently, like I just did a minute ago. Alex, who looked like Kid from Sword in the Stone. Blonde Lachlan, who would say, "That's bullying" about stuff. Lachlan was a piece of shit. He would say everything was "that's bullying." He was such a fragile white male. And then I have some teens from my second ship. Kid who was obsessed with the 1 year anniversary of when the Lincoln Park guy died. Luke, who's going to be Scar in The Lion King at school. He'd wear sunglasses inside and ask me what my favorite thing is to do when I'm alone. Hannah, who was Muslim but not very good at it, Kat, who wore too much makeup and paid for her cruise herself, Lucy, who flirted with the guys who always wore gear from New York and LA and had such a nice, I don't know what that says, stupid, annoying Jack, who needed to contradict everyone about everything, and sweet Jordan, who will someday figure out that he's gay. Claire, who wants to be Ursula when her school does The Little Mermaid, and her sister Sophie, who is intense when playing Connect Four. Kylie and Casey from the U.S. Kylie looked like the bearded lady from Greatest Showman. It's true, she did. I'm not being mean. Zanaya, who wrote an anonymous love letter to Jai. Jai is an Eshe. You're gonna have to look up what that is. Who tries to flirt with me and reminds me of Brody. Aw, Brody. Girl who, trying to guess who the big yellow bird is from Sesame Street, guessed Tweety Bird. Weird girl who said she's not tall enough to leave on her own and everything she says is unintelligible. The Mormon kids, they were a riot. Amy, who worships Satan in a circle of pillows and teddy bears and draws pentagrams on her arms, and her equally weird cousin, who introduced herself as Rachel M. Lysander, whose name gets him beat up at the bus stop, and his posse, Mitch and Zach, and their ladies, Jade, Jordan, and whoever else. Owen, who gave a compelling speech after being awarded Most Awesome. That's it for this one. This is all really dumb. I don't know what I'm doing. This episode is stupid. All of these episodes are stupid, if I'm being real. Goodbye.